Hello, football fans. King Ikeboo coming to you live from the underground bunker, where we will continue some game-winning drive football, Super Bowl edition, Group A. And this is the fourth game played. I've recorded 3 of them, and 2 didn't work out, and 1 is up, so we're going to try the 4th one. And a lot of my problem in the 3rd video was with the Excel helper. I mean, it gave me nothing but trouble. So what did I do? I searched for a new one, and I found this other one, and I forget the gentleman's name that made this. I assume it was a gentleman, but could be a lady as well, but I'm not sure, so I'll just assume. But I found this one. This one I like better. I like it better. You'll see why. I didn't have to enter anything. I just entered the stats here. And then you can change the teams and everything in here, and it just calculates everything automatically. So there's only one problem with this helper, and that is when you roll the dice. I'll show you one time. I won't burden you with this, but it flashes like that. Okay, it's a little bit annoying, especially for the video. So I will use my new favorite dice. When I do a lot of rolling for some other games that I will probably put on the channel in the coming days, when you have this thing is quick. You can switch between dice so quick. Choose how many dice you want. And it's fast rolling. You don't have to wait for it to animation like this one, where you hit the animation, you wait, la 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 la, bam. This one here, number instantly, right? So this is my new favorite dice roller, and so we're gonna play lots of new stuff. And also, instead of I love the pictures. Okay, I don't know what you think about them. I just love those cards with the numbers on them, but it took so long to make. And the thing that I have, I don't know how to say. Like, I'm a busy guy, right? Full-time job, more than a full-time job. I commute an hour a day. I get home, things to do at home. I wish I could be more of a social person on the community, because it seems like a great bunch of guys. But I want to make content. That's my first thing. I want to make sports games. I want to do things. My huge 1980s project. I mean, that takes so much time, and all these new things I want to do, and so much I want to do. So I can't take. It took me probably, to make 106 teams. It'll take forever to make those cards. So I did something different. I just made a stat sheet for each team. Today we're gonna play, as you saw in the description, we're gonna play the 2014 Seattle Seahawks, and it is the one that lost to the Patriots on that controversial final play of the game, when they, instead of giving the ball to Lynch, they tried to throw the ball and it was intercepted. You know it well, and you Patriots fans know it well. But that's the team. That's the team that's here. They're an excellent team. They should be a good representative here in Group A, and they're going to face one of the 3 Super Bowl champions in Group A, the 1977 Dallas Cowboys. We'll start with the visiting Seahawks, and they don't have a record yet because this is their first game. But the quarterback, you know him well, Russell Wilson. The running backs, Marshawn, Lynch, Russell Wilson, and Percy Harvin. The receivers, number 24, Marshawn Lynch is the leading receiver, touchdown-wise on the team. Not a great lot of receivers, just nobody stands out, and that probably was one of the things that hurt this team. They were strong everywhere else, but they had an underrated receiving core, but nobody really stood. They didn't have one guy, the go-to guy, and that probably was their problem. But the receivers, number 24, Marshawn Lynch, number 89, Doug Baldwin, number 82, Luke Wilson, number 22, Robert Turbin, number 83, Ricardo Laquette, number 84, Cooper Helfett, number 15, Jermaine Kearse, number 10, Paul Richardson, number 88, Tony Maoki, number 40, Derek Coleman. Their kicker is Steven Hauschka, and their interception return man is Bruce Irvin. And that is the 2014 Seattle Seahawks The ones who scored during the year. Now, the 1977 Dallas Cowboys. A team probably a lot of you grew up with. They were an amazing team in the 70s. And their quarterback from Navy, number 12, Roger Staubach. Number 11, punter / quarterback, Danny White. Just getting started. Definitely the backup to Roger Staubach in 77. That would change as the years went on. The runners. One of the greatest runners of all time. Number 33, Tony Dorsett. Great fullback, Robert Newhouse. 12, Roger Staubach. Number 26, Preston Pearson. Number 21, Doug Dennison. And number 36, Larry Brinson. The receivers, 26, Preston Pearson. Number 89, Billy Joe DuPree. Number 83, Golden Richards. Number 88, Drew Pearson. Number 87, Jay Saldi. Number 33, Tony Dorsett. Number 44, Robert Newhouse. Number 35, Scott Laidlaw. And number 86, Butch Johnson. The kicker is Efren Herrera. I just knew him as Herrera. Didn't really know his first name was Efren. The interception return man is Hollywood Henderson. And the fumble return man is Jay Saldi. So we will get this game underway with the new helper that you see will... One of the things it has is win probability. And it has this chart here. As time goes on, we can see who the game says is in the best chance of winning as the game goes on. But we'll use this dice roller. Another thing, you won't have to watch me typing because everything is automatic. Like I still have to pick the result, but I don't have to type it. So this thing has a lot going for it. All right, so here's the first roll of the game. The first two dice are for the roll here, whether it's scoring or turnover, and the second roll is for the internally, the result. Okay, so here is the first roll of the ball game. The first drive, Dallas is the home team, so they will get the first drive. Oh, who has a punt return, kick return? There is none. That makes it easy. I get spoiled by these, and the next one they'll have multiple punt returns and kick returns, and then I'll forget, which is no good. That's not good to forget. But they're both zeros on both teams, so we don't have to worry about those rolls. So here's the first drive for Dallas here in this opening quarter. 35-34. Scoring offense for Dallas is 26, so they do not score. It's a turnover, and it's 34, which is a punt. So I just click here in the result and choose punt. It's very small. You got to have bionic eyes to see it, but you can make it out. So it's a punt. You can see the statistics are kept here. One drive, favorable field position, turnovers, points over turnovers. The win probability is still 50-50, so I thought it would change a little bit, but it didn't. So now it's Seattle's turn. Seattle has quite a bit higher scoring roll. 3 points higher at 33. So that means the Seattle defense is very strong. And you can see here, yes, it's -3 versus -1 for Dallas. So here's their roll, their first roll of the game for Seattle. 65-44. 65 is a turnover. 44 is a punt. So 2 back-to-back punts to start this game as these two Giants are feeling themselves like a a heavyweight bout. Here's the second drive for Dallas. Where I'm going to put this dice so it's not in the way here. We'll put it up here. So here's the second drive of the first quarter for Dallas. 44-13. Another turnover. 13 is a fumble. A fumble for Dallas. So we will choose, if we can find it, interception, fumble, lost. And Seattle has no fumble return. Theirs is an interception, and it's a very good one, 16-41. But it's a fumble loss. So we have our first favorable field position. Lets us know right here, favorable field position. So what this means is the roll for this drive only is 43. 43 for Seattle. Golden opportunity for the Seahawks. Let's see what they do with it. 43 is the number they need. 61, they do not take advantage. So it is a turnover, and it's 12, and they don't have very many fumbles at all. They're not a fumbling team, as a 12 normally would be a fumble, but it is a punt. So these teams, it's a defensive battle so far, and still 50-50 win probability. And the chart's way down here. It says on, I don't know, it says on Seattle, but I think this is just that's just the default there. I haven't played a lot of games to determine this chart yet, but we will figure it out. All right, here's Dallas's last drive of the first quarter. Let's see if they can get a scoring drive. It is 61-44. It is a turnover, and 44 is a punt. So not much offense in the first quarter, and the score is 0-0. I don't even have to enter the score here. It keeps track of. I mean, this is a sweet thing. Oh, I wish I could remember the fella's name that did this, because I want to give him kudos. Anyway, Seattle now has the first drive of the second quarter. They have a regular field position, and here's their drive. 61-60, a lot of 60s to start off. 61-64, that's another turnover, and 64 is a punt. Boy, oh boy, who's going to break the ice? We've had 3 drives per team and nothing to show for it yet. Here's Dallas's first drive of the second quarter. 46-25, that's another turnover, and 25 is another punt. So the punters are really making their money here in this game so far. Not punt return TV, picked the wrong one. Punt return, punt. There we go. Punt. Maybe I do have to put the score in. I don't know. This is only the second game I played with this. All right, so now it is Seattle's turn. What will they get? 54-23. Another turnover. And 23 is another punt. Well, it's going to be a low-scoring game. At least all the games I played, the scoring really picked up in the second half. But here we are, the last drive for Dallas in the first half. Let's see what they can do. 33, that would be a score for Seattle, but not Dallas. They're 26, so it's a 32. 32 is another punt. So Seattle has a last chance of the first half to see what they can do. Here's the roll. 22-61. We have our first score of the game. 22-61. 61 is a touchdown. So we go to our scoring here, and we'll see. Okay, let me remind me here. I was too excited to see a score, and I didn't really. Okay, it's a touchdown pass. Okay, so we're gonna look at Russell Wilson. He definitely is the only one, so he threw the touchdown pass. But who caught it among all these receivers? So many of them. Let's see who. We'll use this one for the second, so we don't have to change dice over and over again. It's 76, so it is the guy I had trouble with before. I don't remember this guy. Cooper Helfett. Not a household name in my household anyway. Maybe in yours he is. But he's got the touchdown and the point after. I believe it's good, but we'll try and see. Maybe it's not automatic. It is automatic for Seattle, so Hauschka gets the point after. So the score is now 7-0 Seattle at the half. They score as the time expires. Passing touchdown, PAT good. It does change the score. So I don't even have to worry about that. It's 7-0 Seattle, and we go to the second half, and Seattle gets the ball to start the second half. Let's see if they can keep it going. Their momentum that was at the end of the second quarter will continue here in the third. Here is the roll. It does. 13. 13 is a score, and 33 is a field goal for Hauschka. So it is now 10-0 Seattle. And let me struggle with where it is. There it is. Okay. And we'll go to the scoring drive and give him. I don't even care how, last time. Because when I write it down, I just didn't want to say field goal. I want to say 36-yard field goal. But here, I don't have to write it down. It's just field goal. So I just say field goals, and that's it. So Hauschka has a field goal and a PAT. And the score is now Seattle 10, Dallas nothing. But they have their first drive here of the second half. Let's see if their fortunes reverse here in the second half. Tom Landry, like I say, Tom Landry, do you picture him really getting animated and chewing out his players? I don't know. It just didn't seem. Maybe behind the scenes he did, but I just can't picture it. He was just so calm all the time. Is he calm now as he sees his team doing nothing on offense? So here is the first roll for Dallas. They need a 26 or less. 35, it is a turnover, and it's 16, which is a punt. Danny White, his leg is wearing out. He's had to punt how many times? So it's still 10-0 Seattle, and they get the ball back with a 10-point lead. Here's their first roll, or the second roll of the second half. Here's the roll, 36, it's a turnover. 13, not a fumble. They don't fumble at this team. It's another punt. Still 10-0. This is like a game from the 1970 season. Because I think I said in one of the videos that I didn't post because it was, the only one I didn't, maybe I did say it, so I don't want to say it again. My first football memory. So we will just skip it in case, I don't like to burden people with stories if I think they might have heard it before. Anyway, Dallas has the ball. They have to start scoring or they won't. See, right now it's a 100% chance of Seattle winning this game. Well, it's not 100% because if Dallas scores a couple touchdowns, they're ahead. So I don't know where the win probability there. The other one, it seemed like it was percentage, like right now it'd be probably 75 to 25. But I guess Dallas hasn't scored. So unless you score a point, you have no chance. I guess that's what the game is saying. So here's Dallas's. See if they can score here. 22. They do. They're on the board with a 45. It is a passing TD. So we go to the Dallas page. And I think we have a roll. No roll. It's Roger Staubach all the way. But we'll see who caught it. Who's your favorite Dallas receiver of these guys? They're Drew Pearson, Preston Pearson, Billy Joe DuPree, Butch Johnson. Some great receivers there. Let's see who catches the ball. It's deciding. Come on, you can do it. 86. 86 is the fullback, Robert Newhouse. He catches the touchdown. And the PAT is good, is it? Okay, PAT. Okay, so we have to roll for the PAT. So this is the roll for the PAT. 23, easily. So the PAT is good, and it's now 10-7. So let's see if what the win probability does here. Touchdown pass, PAT good. Still says 100%. That seems broken. It worked fine in the first game, I swear. All right. It's not the end of the world, though. I seem to have trouble with these helpers of this game's helpers. Anyway. Even if the win probability doesn't work, everything else is sweet. All right, so it's 10-7, Seattle. Now they get the ball back for their final drive of the third quarter. 10-7, Seattle. Here's the roll. 51, it's a turnover. 14, should be a fumble, but not. It's just a punt. They've been fortunate. They've got some punt from fumble rolls there, but they have not fumbled. So it's a punt. We won't count the punts in this game. You have this points per drive, very low. The first game I played I did an exhibition game. Didn't count in the standing. I just picked two teams, and it was like in the 4s punts per drive. This one's 1 point per drive. So we reached the fourth quarter, and it's still 10-7 Seattle. Here's Dallas. They have 3 possessions left. Seattle has 2. Here's Dallas's first of the fourth quarter. 24. They score. 33. That's a field goal, and they tie the game. 10-10 tie. Let's see if the win probability changes now. It's gotta. Field goal. It's 10-10. I went back to 50-50. Okay, that's right. So they call him Effin, but it's Efren Herrera gets the field goal. Effin, just a better name, I think. All right. And so it's 10-10. We have a nail biter here in Dallas. Here's Seattle. They need to score. 10-10 tie in the fourth quarter. We could go to overtime here. I haven't had an overtime game. We have to look at I think it's just regular. You just go to someone's, or after 4 possessions, 2 in each team, then it just ends in a tie, I think. I don't have any. This is like playoffs, so we should just go to there's a winner. Just like the playoffs. Because I don't have room for ties. We don't kiss our sisters here. All right. Let's hopefully someone breaks the tie before we get there. Here we go. Here's Seattle. 25. They break the tie. And it's 16. That's a rushing touchdown for Seattle. Let's see who's the scorer. Most likely it's Lynch, but he is the most likely. It's 65%. Here is the roll. You never know, though. You never know what these dice are going to do. It is 08. Definitely is Lynch. And they have an automatic PAT, so they take the lead 17-10. 17-10 Seattle. Marshawn Lynch. And that is rushing TD. 17-10. They go back to 100%. It's not 100%. Sorry. I disagree with the game. All right, Dallas. Let's see if they can answer back. They need a roll of 26 or less. Remember that we talked about the rule last time. Anyway, 55. They do not answer, and they fumble the football. Fumble it for the second time. That gives Seattle excellent field position. And that's down here somewhere. Fumble lost. And at least it's not interception, because they could easily score on a touchdown return on an interception. But now it's the second favorable field position of the game for Seattle. Let's see if they can take advantage. The roll is 43 that they need. 43. And this would salt the game away, too. Even a field goal would put it away. Because there's only one possession left for Dallas. 55. They do not score. There's still hope for Dallas. 45 is not an interception. It's a punt. So now, one last chance, and this is the case where if they score, but they score a field goal, we go for it. And what's the number? They're -6. So the number on the go for it, fourth down. It doesn't say fourth down anywhere. We just have to figure it out ourselves, I guess. So 6, and that one thing the other one had, it had the dice. Maybe I should just copy it from there and put it down here. That's probably what I'll do. Just because I'm not a math wizard by any stretch of the imagination. But I think it's 16. Because it would be 6 dice positions. That'd be 16. We'll go with that. Anyway, they have to score first. So here's the last chance for Roger Staubach and the Cowboys. They have not been sparkling offensively in this game. A lot to do with the great Seattle defense. Here's the last chance, last roll. Texas Stadium is biting their nails at the edge of their seat, wanting their team so desperately to tie this game. Here is the roll. 24. They get the score. 65. It is a field goal. So they're going to say, we don't want this stinking football or field goal. We don't want no field goal. We're going to go for it on fourth down. So they have to roll 11-16 to get the game-tying touchdown. Let's see what they can do. 25. The fourth down play is no good. So is there one for turnover on downs? Let's see. Turnover on downs right here. Good job. All right, but the game is over. And the score is Seattle 17, Dallas 10. And you look at the statistics here. Russell Wilson had a touchdown. And he threw it to Helfet. And Marshawn Lynch won the game with a touchdown in the fourth quarter running. Field goals by both kickers. Effin Herrera. We're going to call him Effin Herrera from now on. And Roger Staubach to Newhouse was the scoring for Dallas. So I will we'll just say that Seattle is 1-0 on the season now, or Seattle is 1-0 and Dallas is 0-1. But there's still 12 more games, Dallas, for you. You have plenty of time to come back. So the winners so far, well, the first game was a classic. It was 35-34 with Minnesota coming back with 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to pull out the victory, including a fourth down conversion successful at the end of the game. And so Minnesota is 1-0. And the other game, the other one's on YouTube. Buffalo won 30-20. So Buffalo is 1-0 and Denver is 0-1. And then this other one that really gave me a lot of fits and made me say, well, I'm going to find something else for a solution. And fortunately, I found a good one here. As you can see, the 1993 Dallas Cowboys destroyed Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts of 2009 by a score of 34-13. They were dominant. They looked like a very formidable team. And so they just crushed them in Indianapolis. So those are the 4 games so far. So far the winners are Dallas 93, Buffalo 90. The game we just saw, Seattle is a winner, and the Minnesota Vikings of 1973. And that's where we're going to end this one. I'm going to probably make a few more videos. My kid is at work, so I feel more free when he's not that I love my kid and everything, but I can feel more free to be myself as I do these videos and enjoy myself more. Not wondering if he's going to say, what in the world are you talking, or who are you talking to? In his room, he's talking to his buddies all the time, all online. He's screaming and hollering, and I don't bother him. So anyway, I don't want to tell you my problems, but anyway, this is the final score. Once again, we'll go to the right screen. The 2014 Seattle Seahawks won it by a score of 17-10. I guess we'll have to go here to get the right score. And that is it. We're going to have many, many more games of these game-winning drive football. And it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's going to be a great tournament. So with that, this is King Ichaboo signing off. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.